Ah, excellent timing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is time for the SSL9 round of 16 Group B. First things first, I have turned down the Korean audio a little bit more. Last week, Mr. Heyoka yelled at me because it was too loud. So hopefully this is a little bit better. And I am a little bit louder compared to them. Anyway, today's Bisu's group. It's Bisu's group. There is Bisu. He is 17-4 in televised games. That is pretty badass. Oh, I should probably get rid of that. Oh no, don't get rid of that. But I should do that. Okay, so as you can see, the first match is Bisu versus Mind. Oh, we're gonna have a gas steal, I imagine. Actually, he's gonna proxy in the main. Oh no! What? Oh my god, Bisu is gonna proxy in Mind's main. Hold on, Bisu, Bisu, just chill for a second. I need to put the positions on the overlay. Okay, we're good. Okay, continue. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Why is Bisu doing this? You know, who cares why he's doing it? This is awesome. Oh my god, we're gonna have two proxy gates here in Mind's main. I was hoping that, you know, I skipped the whole spiel. Or, you know, the Korean commentators were doing in the beginning, because I assumed there would be some time here in the beginning of this game where I could, you know, talk about the group and how the players did in the previous round, but it looks like there's going to be no time for that. Also, unfortunately for Mind, he did check a little bit. He looked kind of on the left side of his main, and that is natural, just to see if there was anything there, but he failed to check the top of his main, because, I mean, seriously, when is Bisu ever going to do this? Ever. Oh man, Mind is gonna be quite sad about this. Fortunately for Mind, he hasn't at least tried to do a wall in, like we saw some Protoss player do last weekend, or was it the week before? I can't remember. Some Protoss, or sorry, not Protoss. Some Terran player walled in on this map, TVP. I was a little bit unhappy about that, and this is a good example of a situation where it's actually much better to have your depot and barracks right by your command center and protect all the buildings. So Mind has no idea what's going on yet, but he still sees no scouting probe, which might make him a little bit nervous even without getting into Bisu's main. Ooh, I like the positioning of that second pylon. Take note. Instead of placing it just by his nexus, which I think a lot of players would just do naturally when doing this kind of proxy gate, putting it at the top of the ramp there allows him to emergency wall himself in. Just in case this attack doesn't completely kill Mind, and Mind somehow gets a factory up somewhere and sends a Vulture out, that can often just instantly end the game in the other direction, because the Vulture will just kill all the probes. So having the pylon there allows him to just wall in with buildings if the game somehow gets to that stage. Of course, it's looking like it's not going to get that stage. It's looking like Mind is just going to die here. He's building a bunker right now, but he's losing like all of his SCVs. Oh no, he's not even going to get any Marines in the bunker now, looks like. Oh, he might get one because he's got the wall off. But he's down to like 7 SCVs or something. And even with the bunker there, the Marines don't do nearly enough DPS, so you can see the Zealot's just going to tank the shots and go after the SCVs and just try and kill as many more as he can. It'd be really useful if Bisu actually keeps that probe alive. You can just keep building more stuff in the base if you want. Although at this point it's not too important. Anyway, we do have a gas now from Bisu, so you know he's just gonna. He doesn't need to do anything really. He's won the game already. Mine has like an SCV. Oh no, he's got more than one. He's got 5 SCVs. Okay, but you see, there is a Vulture out now. Now the thing is, the Vulture is needed to be does need to stay at home to defend because he, you know, obviously would have just lost all his SCVs if he actually sent that straight away to counterattack. But we can already see on the minimap that Bisu has actually walled himself in, or almost walled himself in. Looks like, yeah, he has actually completely walled himself in with a gateway and a cybernetics core. So if the Vulture were to just head straight over right now, even though Bisu doesn't quite have time to get a goon out, he would be completely fine, and that would buy him enough cannons. Or buy him enough cannons, what the hell? I just like glanced over at the chat and someone said add cannons, and that just apparently creeped its way into my sentence. I guess that just goes to show that I'm a Protoss player, though. That's just what we think. We'll just randomly insert cannons into sentences. Man. Okay, focus, focus. What's going on? There's some yellow dot at the top. I don't know what that is. Is that like another zealot that ran around? You guys see that in the middle of the map, it's like walking downwards. I'm not sure what that is. But we do have a goon out now at the front. You can see he actually can't leave the base because he's walled himself in, but it doesn't matter. And Bisu obviously can actually just make goons in the main base of mine, so that will solve that problem. Oh, it looks like it's just another probe that snuck out. Maybe he's just gonna go build another pylon there or something, just to make sure that he can get the goon out. I'm not sure how he's gonna actually get the probe over there to build the pylon though. Oh, looks like it's being ignored. Oh man, mine really should kill that. Or maybe it's a scout. That's strange. I'm not 100% sure what the point of that probe was though, because it should have built a pylon there, I'm pretty sure. Although, again, I don't know if it could have actually made it there. I mean, does he really need a scout at that point? Because he got mine down to like 5 SCVs. Like, there's nothing really mine could actually have built anyway. But I guess it doesn't really matter when Bisu's like a million probes ahead. So, mine is going to kill these buildings. But his economy is shattered. I mean, I guess he's just going to try and play turtle mode here and try and come back as Terrans do. And Bisu's just going to expand. As you can see, he's allowed some goons out of his base now. It looks like... No, this is still no upgrades. I mean, I guess Mind would go for some spider mines now because he's already got a couple of vultures. That would make the most sense to me. Maybe follow up with some kind of... I don't know. I don't know if you should try some kind of drop. Try some kind of sneaky one-base strategy, or just just get siege mode and expand and just sit tight. Oh, goon's poking at the front. But there is in fact a siege tank in time. Wow, I didn't realize that would be in perfect time like this. I guess because the goons took a while to get out of the base because they were walled in. So mine is actually not completely dead here from the opening. And by completely dead I mean he hasn't left the game yet, but he is dead. So looks like something is researching. I guess we'll have to see what this is. Is he just gonna go for like if it's mines, he could go for some kind of like weird delayed FD? I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not really sure how Terran tries to recover from this kind of situation. I mean, I guess this map does have some of those protected expansions, so you can just like try and expand along the ring, and you can take some expansions slightly easier that way than on other maps. But otherwise, although having said that, unless Mine just takes the bottom right base from the backside and just uses it as a mineral only. Even just taking a third base is going to be quite far away on this map compared to like Fighting Spirit, where the third is mega easy. So even though there are some like semi-protected expansions you can take, it's really not that easy. It's not nearly as good as a map like Outsider for that sort of thing. Anyway. Someone just said they can't see the supplies because of the overlay. Like my overlay? It doesn't show the supplies on the thing. Look, there's no supplies anywhere, it's just the players' positions and stuff. Because we are all nice and hardcore, and we don't show anything. We have no supplies, no mineral counts, no nothing. Actually, do we have building progress here? I don't think they do, because they're in the game live, right? Yeah, they don't even have building progress. So we literally see, well, we literally see exactly what you'd see if you were observing the game live, because that's what we're doing. You don't get any extra info. Boom. Hey, we got a Reaver coming in here. That bunker could actually be handy here. Just put a couple of Marines in there. And, oh, gets the tank. Doesn't actually get a full shot off, though. It's only partial damage because it was moving away from the Scarab. It's one thing to keep in mind. Even if Scarabs connect and blow up, if you're moving away from it, depending on the speed of your unit, you will take reduced damage because it's got... I'm not sure 100% how the mechanics work, but it's effectively, it's kind of like, it's got a slight split-second delay between when it triggers and when the damage is dealt or something like that. I don't know, but basically, like, if you're a tank moving away, you'll take partial damage. If you're a vulture moving away, you can actually sometimes just take almost no damage. And I think Flash has actually managed to like outrun a Scarab with speed vultures. There's actually a really cool video of it. I'm not sure how he did it, but because I think even if you run directly away, I think the Scarabs are still slightly faster. Maybe not. But he effectively took no damage. It was pretty cool. Anyway, looks like this Reaver's taken quite a bit of damage, and there's no supporting unit in the shuttle, so he can't go too crazy here. He's also got to be really careful of these mines that are laid around. But in the meantime, Bisu is actually the one who, instead of taking the third base at its regular position, is actually taking it on the inside, going out from the back of his natural, so he's not going to be able to mine gas from that base, only minerals. I'm not actually 100% sure why that's useful, because from a PvT perspective, if the Terran manages to get all the way over there to that base, it's gonna die regardless of which side of the mineral line it's on, and it's not even like, I mean, I guess it's slightly more protected against vulture harass, because even if vultures go up there, you just pull the probes backwards and the vultures can't go through the minerals. You know what, I guess that is the reason. I guess that is the reason, because I actually forgot that the ramp there on the outside is actually quite wide. So you can't quite wall that in very effectively. So I guess it's mainly because he doesn't quite have enough goons yet to cover that. So he's just going to take that on the inside. And of course, the third gas isn't that important in PvT. You can just make some more gateways and zealots. If you have minerals, it's fine. It's not a huge deal, as long as you're not going like carriers or something. Anyway, this Reaver, oh man, look at that! Cock blocking these vultures on the ramp. Oh, you see what I mean though? You see what I mean? So these are speed vultures, so they were running away from the Scarab. Actually, I'm not sure if they took any damage. But they took very little, if that, so you can see, even though the Scarab, I'm pretty sure did blow up on them, they were just moving away too quickly. Anyway, so, you know, despite Bisu having an amazing opening, he hasn't actually tried to capitalize on it by just, you know, ending the game at 2 bases or something. He's actually seems to be content to play a long game. We can see he's got a probe at the top right base there. He's actually pylon walled that in, and he's going to take another expansion there. He's going to take 4th base. That would be his 3rd gas as well. So, taking a mine hit. So his advantage from the early game is kind of going to diminish as the game goes on. I mean, he's still definitely ahead. In fact, it looks like he might just go for an attack here. So even though he's taking a 4th base, it looks like he's just going to go for a huge attack. And we can see here how taking that Nexus on the inside helped defend against those vultures. Anyway, we've got the big attack going in here. There is basically nothing here. So you know, just as I say that Bisu wasn't doing anything, he decides to go and kill Mind. Fantastic. Gonna drop the Reaver on the top. Get a nice Scarab off. Mind cannot hold this. I mean, Mind has no stuff because he was just too far behind from the beginning of the game. And GG from Mind. Bisu takes game number 1 with a dirty proxy, in-base proxy gate strategy. Look at him, he's not even a single bit of remorse on that face. Stone cold Protoss killer. And Mind, I gotta imagine, is a little bit shaken up by this. Because if I was playing Bisu, I would not expect him to cannon rush me. Well, actually, you know what? I say that, but Bisu has been cannon rushing a lot of Zergs on stream. Like, not in the SSL, not in the tournaments, but when I just like watch him ladder on Snipe a lot, whenever the Zerg 12 hatches, he just always cannon rushes them. And that's like a lot. So, this Bisu guy, man, it's tricky. Gotta watch out. He's handsome, but he's tricky. Anyway, so it's a best of 3. We got 2 more games. We've got potentially 2 more games. If Mind can win this one on Circuit Breaker, I think it's fairly unlikely, but